Hey there, this is Beth, and there's been two cards that I've been seeing come up over and over and over and over again. One is the Tower. I know you're excited about that. One is the Tower, and the other is the Star. It's like we have this weird little duality going on of things are falling apart, but we're just going to shine bright and put them back together again. It's kind of this really weird dichotomy that's going on with these two cards. And I do in the Tower. It's like my death card here when death would not go away. I was like, please go away, and it wouldn't. And Tower's kind of having that same kind of thing, but on a collective energy level. And I've seen other people even mentioning it so it's not just like the people I work with. It's this huge collective issue. So I got the Tower. And frankly, Ciro Marchetti, I think Marchetti is his last name. This is the Legacy of the Divine Tarot that I pulled these two cards from. This is actually one of my favorite towers. I like the imagery of the tower itself. And that it's almost more of an external attack than an internal attack. And I think right now, too, a lot of people feel very attacked externally and are having a difficult time dealing with it internally. So you kind of get that feeling of the Tower on both internal and external right now, just kind of squeezing you in and ripping you apart, and you don't know what to do, and it's like, oh, and very easy at this point in time to end up in paralysis. And when you feel that paralysis coming on, don't fight it. Don't beat yourself up, especially if you feel like you should be out there doing more or something. If you've hit some kind of paralysis, be kind to yourself. Start taking care of yourself. Really bring in that aspect of self-love and self-care to help get you on a good solid base so you can do what you feel that you need to do and not feel so crunched and crushed by external things that are going on. Because it's pretty intense right now. And it doesn't matter what you believe, it's freaking intense. But we got the Star that keeps showing up too. And it's like, so we got the aspect of destruction, but we've got the aspect of light too, of that light shining down and out of ourselves, even of us being the light, of the light being there, and always just kind of bringing it back to that hope, bringing it back to love, bringing it back to the heart, bringing it back to what shines out of us more than what's being destroyed in us. Because there's a lot of breaking down of paradigms and parameters within the greater world and testing of them, really, in many ways. How it's like pushing those boundaries. We have this weird kind of shift to push the boundaries of what's going on in the world. And some of the ways the boundaries are being pushed are negative, and some of them are positive. And, that really falls into the Tower aspect of it. But with the Star, you get that aspect of needing to bring out that light, of needing to... Oh, I just noticed that. Very interesting. Oh, that's kind of interesting. The structure in the Star card down here, very similar to the structure in the Tower. So, Ciro has obviously made some kind of connection. It's very interesting. They're not... Those are pretty freaking similar. As you look at that one, I just noticed this, the things you notice when you do this stuff. Interesting. So obviously this deck is correlating the hope that comes out of the destruction. What can be drawn from that? What are you learning from it? How are you going to shine? How? How do you take care of yourself? It's a lot of this kind of questions right now. How do I do this? How do I bring the light back in when I feel destroyed, when I feel shattered? That's kind of the dynamic that's going on is destruction and shining. How do I shine in my destruction? How? So many hows. And it's just hilarious. At times, I mean, you have to laugh at the absurd, or it just will, it will towerize you. It will tear you apart and get you to a point where you can't move, where you can't function because you're too caught up in that tower energy. You just laugh at it. Laughter is a huge cleanser. Being able to laugh at things that are crappy really is a gift and a strange power. Has a strong power to move you into the star energy. But yeah, they've just been coming up over and over and over again. Over and over. So it's just a matter of asking yourself, how can you bring these two energies into your life and use them in a constructive and creative way? I keep, especially with the tower right now, and the tower and the star, because really it relates to both. For whatever reason, from one of my geology classes, I think it was a geology class, and they're talking about the zones of the Earth where the Earth is literally sucked back down into the mantle and stuff. I think it was the mantle. It's been a long time. Gets sucked back down, basically. It's destroyed. So you have the tower aspect going on, with that Earth that's being destroyed, quite literally being sucked back down so it can be reused to recreate more Earth somewhere else, basically. But you have these areas also that land is being created. It's a very dynamic factor. It's like we tend to think of our planet as kind of this thing that just is, and kind of, for us humans, feels very much like it stays very much landform the same. But even the Earth undergoes this process of destruction and bringing it back. So, and that kind of keeps coming back to me in dealing with the star and the tower. It's like things are going to suck down into the mantle and remelt it, and then, somewhere else, wrong card, things are being reformed into new islands and building more land. So don't get caught in the tower, because it's just part of it. It's both. It's like we got to work with both these energies to get where we're going and get where we want to right now. But they have been coming up both a lot. Tower started up showing first. It's just been crazy. Don't freak on them. Don't get caught up in trying to be the star or trying to avoid destruction. Just kind of sit back and get your self-care, get yourself in order, and then what you need to do is going to really start coming out with those two, I feel. Because there's a point where it's like, how do you do this? How do I navigate what's going on? And it's difficult sometimes when you're still reeling, when you still feel very unstable or you're scared of what might happen to you.